a big fundamental part of our plan, particularly going into next season, is the season card deal, this Wagner Evolution marketing campaign that we've embarked upon. Fundamentally, the cheap season card, so £179 for adults to watch a 23-game championship season. As part of the right at the top level here at the club, how does that fit into the plan, and how do we make that work? Because fundamentally, you look at it, and unless we get extraordinarily high numbers, and the numbers have been great so far, there's a potential for a financial loss there. Now, Dean's talked about using the extra Premier League TV money to supplement that. Obviously, that could have theoretically gone elsewhere, but what was the idea behind that, and how do you think extra fans buying season cards will help the club make the step we've talked about today?
Yeah, it was really interesting, because when I was interviewed for the job here, I came to 2 interviews, and the thinking and sort of decision making around the season ticket campaign was being discussed there and then. So it was part of the interview process. And I actually think that Dean and the board have really captured the mood in the sense of football. So there tends to be this sort of disconnection at the top end because of the feeling that footballers earn so much and season tickets are pretty expensive, and it's a challenge getting to games. And I think the idea of accepting the extra monies coming from Solidarity via the Premier League and doing something really positive, which is fan-facing. Ultimately, it is about fans. We put a product on the field for fans to come and enjoy, and we want success with that. So the atmosphere that's created around fans really buying into something, because the games become much more affordable, and it encourages people to bring their friends, to bring their family, to come together and be part of something. And that's what we're trying to create, that sense of identity. We are part of something as Huddersfield Town, and we've got to bring the fans with us, absolutely. The season ticket campaign basically is the central pillar of that fan engagement, really, that we've got to get much better at as well. So again, the club is good in the sense of support partnerships, the way we articulate, the way we're open, we communicate with fans, we have all the question and answer sessions at PPG, but there's lots of other things that we can do on top of that to get out into our community, to really understand our footprint and really how we grow beyond this season, because this season is the start of something, isn't it? We've got to work out as a club how we build on that and how we grow beyond it, and to get as many fans as possible into that building.
That must be the big challenge, because we've recently put out that I think 98% of season card holders from last year have renewed. Like you said, I think everyone that's kind of connected or identifies as a Huddersfield Town fan knows about the good feeling and everything that's gone on since November when David turned up. I suppose the big challenge now is to transmit that feeling to people who aren't necessarily identifying as Huddersfield Town fans at the moment. So how difficult is it to articulate everything we've just talked about today to someone who might not necessarily be looking for Huddersfield Town news, be going on the website, be watching this video? I suppose that's the next big challenge for us, isn't it, to get it out wider? How do you think you go about doing that?
Good question. Yeah, so there's lots of aspects to that. I think, obviously, winning football matches helps any football club in the land for people to further identify with, or to connect with in a sense of a new fan connecting with a football club. The lifeblood of this football club is its fans, and the future fans are of a school age at the moment. So we have to find a way of really being more productive in our contact with young people, how we communicate with them. We don't have a junior membership scheme here. We may well address that fairly quickly. We're in part addressing our community delivery and the way we would like to be seen as a football club, as a forward-facing football club active in its community. So there's some rethinking around that, news to follow in a sense. But in brief, the answer to it is it's multifaceted. You can't just be good at one thing, you've got to be good at several things. So the way we market, the way we communicate, the way our players engage with fans, the way our players and staff, David, who's really, really good with supporters and really engaging, more of that, please. But alongside that, win some games. It helps everyone.
I think the final element to that, and you touched on this earlier, is that the fans are almost our ambassadors for this campaign now. So the guys that are at the core of this, that are excited about next season, they have as big a job to do as the club to tell their friends, to tell their family about all the good things that are being lined up here. We almost need them to almost do the work for us, don't we?
Yeah, and I'm sure they are. I think most Town fans have seen a significant difference in the last 6 months in terms of the on-field performance. It is something you can really connect with. So the more family and friends they bring, the better. and importantly, the more new people we connect as well, because it is something that we can be proud of, I think, and we should start being more proud of and shout about. But as I say, win some games, it helps everyone to shout loud.